Are we live? We're live! Hey guys, welcome! I'm so happy you could make it. This is going to be flat out one of the most exciting interviews of a creator today. It's happening right now. And we're gonna bring in the fabulous Christina Hughes.
Good morning, everyone.
All right.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Brian's like out of the shower like 2 minutes ago.
What do we have?
We're like setting up this whole like thing. We're trying to stop wiggling the table. Stop wiggling the table.
Earthquake. Okay.
Okay. So we're trying to like upgrade how we reach you guys when you're watching us on like YouTube and on our website. We have like O-rings.
We have O-rings everywhere. We have multiple screens.
It's not happening right now because on Instagram we're just doing it through our phone.
Correct.
But it will be pretty cool. Are you going to keep staring at yourself the whole time?
No.
Or are you going to be able
I'm
to
looking over here.
look at the website?
Here, let me.
We can't. Website?
We won't be able to do that on Instagram.
We can't show you the website, but you can find the categories because you're going to need to help me.
Yes, I'm gonna. Oh. Here we go.
So without further ado, good morning. I'm Christina.
Oh, we haven't even introduced ourselves. How silly. I'm Brian. Nice to meet you.
Thank you guys for joining us. Right here we have Winnie on her feline step shelf, and above her we have little Holly, who's really not little anymore. She's in the traditional cherry wood. I'm just gonna jump over and ta-da! It's a cat superhighway in here.
It is. So you may notice, this is probably the first time we've ever started an Instagram Live with no images behind the cats.
The empty frame.
The empty frames. So
wasn't there a chair that was empty? Wasn't there like the empty chair?
The empty chair. Oh, yes. So, look, lying down.
She's chilling out. She's cleaning herself.
So this is not exciting. What's exciting are the artwork panels that you can choose from when you get a feline frame ensemble.
Right. So this is where I get to take over because
go for it.
Today we are interviewing the man, the myth, the legend. What do we call you on this? Do we call you Bry Guy?
You can call me Bry Guy.
The Bry Guy. And today we're going to talk about this guy and his contributions as a creator to Frame Your Feline. So that's super cool. But I want everybody to get to know you a little bit, Brian. So while I open this is going to be interesting. It's kind of early today. Langer's Ginger. There's
no gin in ginger, right?
No, it's Langer's Organic Ginger Sparkling Water. I was told it was zesty.
Well, I need a little zest. I need a little pep this morning.
How many cups of coffee have you had today?
I've had one stale cup of coffee. There's a whole fresh pot. And
I had a fresh pot.
You had?
Yes, of course.
I've had.
Yes, it was delivered to me.
That's why I'm a little me. Oh, and Linda by the window.
I have a question for you guys. When you guys drink coffee, if you put whipped cream in it, is it like a magnet for your cat?
Yeah, our cats love whipped cream.
Our cat, Poppy.
Poppy especially.
She like literally licks the top of my coffee. I'm like, is this not, I don't know how hygienic this is.
Or maybe there's a cat out there that actually drinks coffee. I would like to meet that cat. The caffeine cat.
I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that's it. Hold on a second. I gotta get the little fuzz down. So Brian.
Yeah.
As a creative here for Frame Your Feline, like what are your tags up in the back?
Okay. No one can see my back.
I'm not gonna save them.
Okay.
What like is the cool thing what do you like about seeing cats in your art?
Well, it's kind of neat to see the perspective of the cat with the image behind. I've had this conversation with others before.
Other creatives?
Okay. Because if you're a photographer, if you end up becoming a creative, part of the creative community for Frame Your Feline, if you are a photographer, you want to kind of frame your picture with a cat in mind, where the perspective of them in the frame, what would lend themselves to looking like they're actually in the picture, right? So a good example of that is my the piece I did. Not that. Well, actually, if you have that one out.
Well, keep talking.
Well, I was thinking of the tracks.
That's the one I'm talking about.
On the tracks.
Yeah, that's the one.
So you can find this one. Unfortunately, I can show you here, but it's, this is called On the Tracks. I took this photo. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I took this photo here in California. Christina said, oh, we should probably take a picture of this. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I had my photography equipment with me. And I got onto the tracks. Now, you got to be careful. You don't, make sure there's no train coming, all right? But what I did was, I got down to the perspective of a cat, if a cat were sitting on the tracks actually. And so I frame it out that way. So if you become part of the creative community for Frame Your Feline, kind of think about how a cat would look in the framing of your shot. And so when you see a cat in front of On the Tracks, it's really got a cool illusion to it, because when you take a picture of your cat in the frame on the tracks, it looks awesome.
Funny.
It looks awesome.
Especially like when the cats are taking a nap, I say it's like the damsel in distress look.
Yeah.
They're like, help me.
So we have a category for artwork panels for Frame Your Feline called Road, Streets, and Paths. Road, Streets, and Paths, which give those illusions of being there, right? For the cat actually being there, which is a really cool effect. It's a great illusion. Just the illusion of them in the frame is a cool illusion, but when you compound that with an actual image that makes them look like they're somewhere, that's cool.
For those of you who are joining us, feel free to type in and let us know where you're watching from. I see we've got a Maine Coon, Naya the Maine Coon,
Naya the Maine
by
Coon.
the window. They're Halo Decadent, so feel free to let us know where you're watching from. But before you were a creative, like let's talk a little bit about you as like Brian, the guy.
The human?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
what's your journey, Brian?
I don't even know where to start.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, what?
Brian's a graduate of Emerson College.
Yes.
In Boston. He's always been a funny guy. David Letterman was one of his biggest idols.
Yes, stand-up comedy.
He was a host for some kids' game shows.
For the Family Channel.
And we met in Los Angeles. And now Brian is a stand-up comedian. And he's also a website designer and a digital creator and a super dad.
And
the co-founder of Frame Your Feline.
Co-creator for Frame Your Feline. Which is one of the coolest products. It was named one of the top 10 products of 2022 by the Cat Crazy channel, which we thank them always for that accolade. All right.
I think I want to start with the letter. Like we'll go through the categories because you have an awful lot. And we'll kind of make it a little bit faster than we do with the other creatives.
Absolutely.
Because you have so many.
Yeah.
But let's start with aquatics.
Aquatics. So we have a category called Aquatic Life, and what cats don't love seafood. Cats love fish, right? So this piece is called Golden Boy. Golden Boy. And what's cool is I took this photo at the Aquarium of the Pacific out here in California.
Oh, you weren't scuba diving?
I was not scuba diving. I wish I was that cool. But what's neat is if we look closely, it looks drawn. I also do graphic arts, and graphically I enhanced the photo by giving it a look as if it was hand drawn, and it's really got this cool, when you're standing close to it or looking right at it, it looks really neat. It looks like I drew it, but it's actually based on a photo that I then ran through multiple functions of creativity to make it look like a drawing. And what's really neat, we have a feline frame ensemble, the frame style of contemporary silver, which we don't see here. But if you put contemporary silver, it's in our kitchen.
But we need to pull up the samples so we can show that.
Yes. So that, with any of the aquatic life, it almost looks like a fish tank. It's really neat. And so anyway, so this is Gallery Gold. That's traditional cherry wood. we've got contemporary silver, which you can't see in the kitchen. And we have some exciting news coming soon.
We'll make that announcement next week.
We will talk soon about that. What? Oh, another aquatic life. Here we go. All right. So this is... Now, this is an interesting photo when I took this. This is actually taken in a pool. Like, it's a little shallow pool.
They call it tide pools, and you can touch the fish and stuff.
Yeah, you could touch these starfish, and the colors were just so crazy that I was like, this would make an excellent artwork panel for cats. And so this one is called, let me give the name. Hold on one second. I want to talk about size too. This one is called Constellation Pool. Get it? Because of the starfish, right? Connect the dots. All right. So these, some people don't I have a big head. Just so
it's huge.
I've got a larger head than most people. So these panels are 23 inches wide by 18 inches high. And so it's about 2 feet by 1.5 feet. I mean, these are big. Those frames are actually 23 inches by 21 inches. So they are real. It's nice. It's big. There's lots of room for cats to sit, sleep, clean themselves, and chill out. It becomes a little hangout.
And I really like this. Like, we have this set up in our living room with the 2 different frames. You can swap out the front of the frames. We call them the frame styles, the traditional cherry wood, the gallery gold. But imagine if you had 2 cherry woods or 2 gallery golds that actually like match each other, and then you can kind of have a theme. So we have an aquatic theme right now, and then you can switch it out whenever you want.
Right. So one of the great things when you do get a feline frame ensemble, it comes with 2 artwork panels of your choice. And you can always order more artwork panels. You can switch them out at any time. And as you have been watching Christina, switching them out takes less than 10 seconds. It's that quick.
What do you think about this, Ginger?
I like it.
It's kind of light.
It's crisp.
What's the next category after aquatics?
So aquatics. So check out Aquatic Life Bar.
Okay, bar. All right. So I'm going to move the golden boy over to the traditional cherry wood. Just swap this out. So the bar area, Brian had a lot of fun with.
Yeah. I got a little creative. But the bar section is really fun.
I know. I'm pretty sure
lots of wine.
The most popular one is the red wine one. The Feline Fine red wine. Is that the most popular? Or the barrels? The
barrels are, but I think what you're holding in your hand.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Here. This is called.
We're gonna look at that spreadsheet. This is called
Meow Teeny Time. Look at that. And there's a cat. Our logo cat face is on the shaker. And it says Meow Teeny Time on the shaker. And it says shaken, not purred. Get it? This is a lot of fun as a backdrop for your cat. Especially if you enjoy a little martini now and then, right?
In your game room, your living room, your office, your formal area.
I'm a gin kind of martini guy. What kind of?
Well, this is what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
So, what kind of gin would you be drinking in here, Brian?
Most likely, it would probably be a Bombay Sapphire.
And what would be in the olives?
Blue cheese.
Yes.
Yes, a well-mannered martini.
Yes, very well-mannered.
Whoa! All right. Cool.
I don't think we have any other bar ones printed up that you've done, but.
No.
You did a lot of the bar ones.
But that category is a lot of fun, and the pictures are beautiful. The wine pictures are really cool. I like the barrels.
And the barrel ones, actually, we shot. The ones you'll see on here are at a winery close to us in Southern California. Is it the Sierra Pelona Valley? I think that's like their location.
I think so, but
it's called Agua Dulce Winery. We love their reds.
I call it Agua Dolce.
Well,
is it Dulce or Dolce?
This is like when we had Michael Powell on and we could never pronounce this The Seine.
Seine.
Seine River.
You know, that body of water.
I like Agua Dulce. Dolce? That's like, I don't know.
Livin' La Vita. What is that?
Livin' La Vida Loca?
No. Livin' the What's that song?
La Dolce Vita. Dolce Vita. Have you ever seen, what is that guy, Ryan, somebody, the rollerblader guy?
Yeah.
The music video?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
All right.
What's the next category after bar?
So we've got City Kitty. I don't think I have anything in that category. Colors.
Oh.
So we have a category called colors, and I noticed that with certain cats and solid colors really make your cat pop. You know, there's a lot of like pet photographers out there, and getting a shot of your cat, they use these backdrops, right? And you have to pay an insane amount of money to get a good picture of your cat, because it takes a long time to get that one photo, right? Because cats are always moving, they're always beeping and bopping. And so that's one of the coolest things with Frame Your Feline is getting a picture of your cat in a frame is
super easy.
Super dumb easy. Where if you had a cat, photographers probably would go nuts because they'd be like, man, this is too quick. Now I can't charge as much. Well, you can take pictures of your own cat in the frame with a solid color backdrop or a gradient colored backdrop, or we've got lots of cool things in the colors category. So this one is a gradient. So this has blues and purples. Imagine a white cat in front of this. We also have solid blue colors, which look great with a cat with blue eyes.
Our little tuxedo boy, he is sleeping right now. This is 11 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. So usually our cats are sleeping, but Jolly looks incredible as a tuxedo.
So this is magenta, and this is kind of like our logo color, but a cat in front of a solid color in a frame, forget about it. The cat, it's like a greeting card. You gotta now you're gonna want to get big prints of your cat in the frame, and then put that in a frame within a frame. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so magenta, but we have every color under the rainbow. Yellows, greens, blues.
Is this the category
reds.
where we have the peace symbol and the tie-dye?
It is, yeah.
So I'll show you guys that.
You'll also see we've got tie-dye, so if your cat's a hippie, the cat can hang out with some tie-dye backdrops. And so, yeah, so that is,
I'm flying it over.
Awesome category. Here we go, check this one out.
Oh, wait, let's take a look at Winnie, though.
Oh, wait.
Look at how pretty she looks.
Winnie.
Like, she would look really great with a blue one because of her blue eyes.
I'm gonna have to.
She's perfect anyway, you know.
I'm gonna have to get one of those. Blue one. This, look at the colors. Just pow pow. Look at that. So if your cat is kind of like, you know, hippie, Woodstock, chillin', right? Maybe this might be the appropriate backdrop. We also have the tie-dye with no peace symbol too, if you just like the tie-dye look.
And then we have one with like Volkswagen bugs and beetles and stuff like that, like a collage.
Yeah.
And then I think that these are in the same category?
No, different category.
All right. Well, I think that's it for the colors then, because we have flags.
Cool.
There we go, Winnie.
That looks so cool. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it is really fun. Fun for like summertime.
Yeah.
Too. If anybody has any questions, you guys can feel free to type a question in the comment area.
I have been asked, how did you make that?
The hippie one?
The hippie one.
Okay.
And so I did it. So I'm a big Photoshop fiend, and I spent so much time like working the colors, trying to get this tie-dye effect. And so the hours of me toiling away to create that look, you can enjoy. So yeah. So
stop shaking the table.
I can't help it. We need a table with better legs, apparently.
No.
Or maybe I've got heavy arms. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so check that one out.
It's the table has become a place for parkour. That's why the table is so wiggly. Because when you're 80 pounds and you push up on it.
Okay, I have an update.
Okay.
I have an update. We have tie-dye colors in the colors category with no peace symbol. That peace symbol, we're going to jump over to signs, flags, and symbols.
Okay.
So that's in a category called signs, flags, and symbols. So that's where that. So we'll jump over to that category since we've already got one up there. Signs, flags, and categories is another genius way to have a vibe going on with maybe something your cat has to say, right? So we've got a lot of like different sayings and words, and I mean, we have one that is tiles that are from Scrabble, and it says chillax. So imagine your cat with the word chillax behind them, right? So that's kind of cool. But these are the ones I actually had something to do with.
And this one Petra has, right?
Yes.
Cat, if you've watched the Cat Crazy channel, Petra Luna, her cats have the Americat one.
Yeah, Americat Portrait. I know it's backwards to you, but trust me,
right.
It's not printed backwards, okay? We're not that silly. But this says Americat Portrait. And so I did this again. It looks like a neon sign. Very neat. This should probably go into holidays and seasons and holidays for 4th of July.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day or just life. But this is right now in the category of signs, flags, and symbols. And yeah, that's a fun one. But there's other neon signs there that you're going to have to check out. So if you want to have your cat broadcast in neon, that's a good way to do it.
If your cat is a diva.
If your cat has attitude, then you may want to get Catitude. And it's a neon sign. And if you look close, it looks like it's got this cement wall backdrop behind the neon. And this is a popular one too. This is cool. I love that look.
I like your descriptions.
What?
The cement wall.
Yeah, cement wall. So we also have
the Americat has a brick wall.
So we have Catitude in both pink and blue neon, okay? Because people were asking for it in different colors. So we have pink and blue. If you need Catitude in a different color, let us know. Okay.
We've got some more people joining. Good morning, good afternoon,
good evening. All right. So
there's Holly.
There's Holly. She's got Catitude. Right? Now, Winnie is she's
lurking.
She's lurking.
Winnie is like the VIP of our cat family. But she's very curious about everything. And she really just wants more treats. And like I said, we just lure them with treats during the day. They're usually sleeping, but you don't have to train your cat. Oh, here she's running. You don't have to train your cat to
get in
the frame.
Yeah, they do it naturally. Cats feel protected. They feel like they're in a box. So that's why the frames are really popular amongst cats.
And I think the last flag that you created was the...
Oh, yeah. So the thin blue line.
So we have a lot of flags that are celebrating different types of jobs.
Yeah. So we've got military, EMT, yeah.
Firefighter. My favorite one. Firefighter.
And we have just regular American flags. Again, when you know that Memorial Day and 4th of July are coming up, that's right. It's time to celebrate, right? Okay. Any other?
No more signs or.
Well, since we're talking about holidays and well, since we're talking about holidays and seasons, if we can show what's coming up.
The
Yeah. So we have a category called holidays and seasons, and you will see a new...
Someone's giving us some hearts.
Oh, I love the hearts.
Yes.
I love the hearts. Thanks for the heart. We have Easter artwork panels that are about to be unleashed on you all.
But I have been promoting the St. Patrick's Day one, which is super fun and cool. We just don't have any of those printed that Brian created, because again, we're focusing on what
This is a creative
Brian
corner.
has created as a creative for.
So you will see this. So this is a photo of eggs. Beautifully colored eggs. Isn't that awesome? So
Really nice and
now
vibrant.
you can have your cat in front of beautiful Easter eggs. Did you, I still can't get over how cool these eggs look. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool?
Hours. It would take hours to paint these.
Yeah.
That's all.
So no more having to wish that your cat could be in front of some really cool eggs, because now we've made the dream a reality.
And this is a lot easier than
Right
putting
there.
your cat in a costume.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
like, our cats have always hated us for putting costumes on them. We've just retired the costume. It just doesn't work. Nobody is comfortable.
Have you ever noticed if you go to like Petco or PetSmart or any one of those pet places, right? They always
stores?
the pets whatever. They
Pet
always
food supply.
they always have these outfits for cats, right? And you'll notice they always go on sale for like $50 after the holiday, because no one, as soon as you put it on your cat, you discover your cat just rolls over, right? Just like forget it, right? So there are two industries we want to put out of business. Okay, with Frame Your Feline. The first industry is the cat tree industry. I think cat trees are disgusting. They're ugly.
The carpet collects a lot of dust. When you try to clean them, they smell. They take up a big footprint in your home.
Get rid of the cat tree and the pet costume industry. Okay, we're gunning for you.
Leave it for the dogs.
Yeah, leave it for the dogs. Dogs don't care because they don't, they're
not
like,
as
"What?"
smart.
Yeah, cats are like, get this off of me, right?
I'm gonna roll on the ground.
Right.
I remember years ago in our apartment in LA with a friend of ours, we were trying to dress up. We had white cats with blue eyes, she and I. And our cat Frosty, I tried to have him with like a witch's hat on and holding a pumpkin.
Yeah, no, you can't.
And it just looked like...
It's horrible.
It's terrible. And actually, I wrote an article on the plane about cats in costumes for the blog. So
Oh.
they'll be sharing those lovely photos
Okay.
of us. Yes, trying to capture Christmas card photos. Yeah.
So no more holiday outfits for your cat, please. And you know what? Your cat's gonna thank you. All right. What do you got?
Sports?
Sports? We can do sports. We got a sports category.
Brian has contributed to the sports category.
I did.
Yes.
There's
a couple.
There are a few. Okay. So the one we have on hand.
Yes.
This one is called Hoop and Sky. We're heading into March Madness, right?
Yeah.
So getting your cat hanging out in front of a hoop kind of makes sense right about now, right? So March Madness. And what I love when I took this picture, look at the clouds were perfect. It was like such a, I was like, I gotta take a picture of this. This is like perfect. There was one kid playing basketball and I said, can I interrupt your game so I can take a picture? And he's looking at me like, what? And so I explained what it was for. And I don't think he knew what cats were. So anyway, all he cared about was basketball. So, but what's really interesting, and I knew I had to take this picture. Now you notice I did the framing so that a cat, like taking a picture of your cat, it's almost like you would be like looking up at your cat hanging out underneath the basketball net. But if you look closely, in the corner, there's a sticker of a cat hugging a basketball. Now, you tell me. As soon as I saw that, I was like, gotta take this picture. It definitely, there's something going on here. So this is called Hoop and Sky. It's in the sports category, and check that out. And perfect for basketball season, March Madness, or if your cat just wants to hang out with,
Great for a kid's room.
Perfect for a kid's room.
Yeah, we had an order recently for a different sports category, football, right?
Football.
And that one is going in the kids' room. If you've been on our Instagram, you've seen the tracking information that they sent me. I promoted because they put a card on it and sent it to us and said, "Oh, our package arrived."
Yeah, they just got their shipment yesterday. 2 days ago? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, football.
Football on the field is what they ordered for their kids' room. They have a frame going up in their kids' room. So that's going to look awesome. Okay.
I think you're going to make you stand when we do the lives from now on.
Why?
Because the shaking the table.
Oh,
It's like
sorry.
Earthquake. I don't know.
Sorry.
The last one I think that we have that you've contributed. Let's talk about the shelves for a minute and the carpeting before we do the last, because that's the last category for you.
You want to get the shelf?
Yeah, that's right here.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So why do cats like to hang out in here? Because the bottom part of the feline frame where the cats sit, it's all carpeted. It's this low pile, high quality, groove textured carpeting that cats absolutely love. They love it. And it's replaceable too, which is a bonus. And we've had ours up there for a couple of years while we've been doing beta testing and all of that. We haven't had a need to change the carpeting. Not yet.
No.
Which is amazing.
I clean it.
Now you tried that. You tried that with the cat tree. So these are made to last, and it's real solid wood, right?
It's not particle board.
Not particle board. This is hardwood. This is beautiful, and it's got this beautiful gray paint finish to it. And you'll notice too, all the shelves have this tapered leg.
Beautiful.
And that way it creates the illusion of a floating shelf. There you go.
And by that we mean there are no huge brackets. You'll see when people hang shelves, they have these huge brackets, and it doesn't blend in.
You know what?
Well.
Leave brackets to March Madness, okay? For those who know what I'm talking about, you get it, right? Right?
Yeah, they're like the little
the brackets,
the grid thing.
Yeah, right. Who's gonna win? Who plays who? Right? Okay. So I guess with that, I mean, the takeaway from me as a creative.
But wait, I'm not finished with you. I still have 2 more pieces.
You do?
Yes, it's like you're hosting yourself.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're hosting yourself.
Okay, I'll just be quiet.
Okay, so we want to move into the pictures from Bakersfield.
Nature.
Yes.
The nature
category.
Okay.
Which, where we are,
Yep.
these were in full bloom last week. And I was very nervous with all of the snow that we've been getting. We're like in a pocket where we didn't get any snow, really. We got like an inch. But everybody around us has a ton of snow.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, like, are the blossoms going to survive?
So these pictures you're about to see were taken in, was it Bakersfield?
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield.
Which is, what, like 2 hours north of us?
Yeah. And it was the most amazing scene.
It was like being in a dream.
It was like being in a dream. If you get a chance to go to Bakersfield, California,
woo!
In the month of what? March? March. You have to check out the almond groves.
February, March.
Almond groves. All of the trees bloom these beautiful flowers, these almond flowers, right? Almond tree flowers. And
where we live here used to be full of almond trees, but now just a few neighbors have them speckled around.
Now, if you know me, you know there are 2 things that I'm fearful of in this world. 2 things. One is an upset Christina. We don't want to deal with that. We don't want to deal with that. The second thing
is
are bees. I hate bees. You know, like, okay, Indiana Jones hates snakes, right? I'm that way with bees, okay? I hate bees. But I've started to appreciate them. But just, I want you to know something. I took this photo. Look at that bee. Look at that bee just eating some of that nectar. Ah, beautiful. And this, I went up close with my camera and I was panicking. I think I almost passed out.
Well, there were millions of bees.
Yes.
And there were guys driving around in trucks who were dressed in beekeeper outfits, and they were dropping off boxes of bees to put all around the farms.
So these bees pollinate. They like all go into, they just are everywhere in these. If you are freak out about bees like I do, you know, let me tell you, like this was a harrowing experience. But we, as always, we test our panels. This bee will not sting your cat, okay? I guarantee. And it's just a gorgeous panel. That is awesome. Yeah, it was, but I learned to love bees, actually. Once you understand bees, then you kind of can deal with it. We had, in our backyard, we had a nest of bees.
In early COVID, we had a swarm of bees, and our neighbors said, don't do anything, leave them alone, they'll go away in a few days. And a year later...
Yeah, no. They stayed, and...
it was great entertainment for our cats.
Whoa. Don't put that in. Whoa. We had these bees, and we hired a beekeeper. And we wanted to, like, you know, bees need to be treated properly. You don't want to just have them die. You want to make sure you can relocate them. So we hired a beekeeper out here who came out. He vacuumed them all up. He put them in a container in a box. We watched the whole process, and it was fascinating. And so the bees, he then relocates all of them with the queen and gets them in a new container where they then could live and thrive. And so I learned something very interesting. Boy bees, male bees, do not sting. Is that right?
I can't remember.
I think it's okay, I'm going to get a lot of, all right, if I'm wrong, leave a comment.
If you know about bees.
If you know about bees. But if my memory serves me, the male bees are drones, and they do not sting. That's where, like, he took a bee and put it in his mouth, because he knew it was a boy bee and it wouldn't sting him.
What I thought was fascinating was, because we had like 7 big pieces of this beehive.
Yeah.
It was in our irrigation box, and he's like, you guys, this is like a gold mine. There are like 10,000 baby bees in here. And he could tell which was a boy, which was a girl. He gave us a couple pieces of the honeycomb. We had the honey.
Oh, the honey was so good.
Oh. It's amazing.
So bees get a bum rap. They get a bum rap. The only reason why I know, like, that I freak out about bees is because I was traumatized as a young child. I remember I was a yee little lad. I was a boy, and I was looking out my bedroom window. We didn't have screens. The window was open. I was looking out. I was a young kid. Bee landed on my lip and stung me. Yeah, my lip blew up. Ever since then, I was like, never again. I hate bees. Bees are awful. And then fast forward and start to appreciate bees once you understand what they're all about. So anyway, live, learn. That's what I did.
So while we're doing this live, I'm hearing this little mew.
He was in the, oh.
And Jolly was in your closet room,
Oh.
which is our guest room. But
Whoops.
he was like, "Get me out of here!"
So
he'll be on our next live because he'll be happier. But right now, he's not very happy with you, and he doesn't want to be on your live.
Okay.
So can I show this last
Last piece. And here it is. Oh, somebody just joined. Okay. Here it is. Okay, so remember how I said I try to take photos for Frame Your Feline as a creative for Frame Your Feline, so it gives this illusion if they're sitting in the frame, they're actually like maybe sitting in the picture itself. And so the framing, again, I got down low and I have it so that there's a lot of ground area here. So when the cat is sitting, sleeping, laying down, you still get all of the trees behind them. So it looks like they're actually in the orchard. And so this is called wrong mouse, Almond Grove in Bloom.
And I do love how the sun is coming.
Isn't that cool?
But it was magical, like flower petals were just floating down.
So yeah, that's Almond Grove in Bloom, and that is found in the nature category for artwork panels. And I think that's all we're going to show that I had something to do with here in this creative corner. Right.
And I want to encourage you guys, if you go to our website, the creative area, let's talk about the creative area for a second.
Sure, yeah.
So you may not know this because you may have just gone right to the artwork panels, but you can get to know who our creatives are. We have a nice little feature on them. You can find out if they have a website, if they sell merchandise off of Frame Your Feline, and you can follow their social media links. And you can even give some of them a tip.
Oh yeah. We have a little tip. We've got a tip jar. Yeah, we didn't talk
to help, kick in for gas so they can go shoot some more
pictures. But we appreciate all of our creatives and what they've contributed for backdrops for your cat, right? So
if you're interested in being a creative.
Yeah, if you're interested in being a creative like moi, you can go to our website, which is frameyourfeline.com. Simply go to About in the navigation. So you're going to go to About, and then you're going to go to Join the Creative Community. And then you'll put your info in there, and we will call you, and we'll talk it all out, and there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So for those of you who are watching now or watching the replay, feel free to go to our website also and join our newsletter. We don't send out tons of messages, but we do have a very cool announcement coming up. I think we're going to make that announcement next week. And we want to make sure that you get a chance to be one of the first people to find out what's going on. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I can't wait. I can't wait till we tell everyone. It'll be interesting. It's going to be fun. All right. Well, thank you for having me on as a guest.
Thank you, Brian.
I really appreciate all of the...
What's your YouTube channel? Is it the Bri Guy Comedy?
I don't know. I'm focused on the art right now.
Okay.
Focused on the art.
Well, if you poke around, you might be able to find Brian doing some stand-up comedy on YouTube. Or you can message me and I'll send you I'll do it.
Cool. And if anybody has any questions, again, you can always go to our website and contact us through there, frameyourfeline.com.
What is it?
frameyourfeline.com.
Frameyourfeline.com.
And of course, we love everyone who becomes part of the Frame Your Feline family. If you are interested in getting a feline frame ensemble, we have 3 to choose from. We have gallery gold, traditional cherry wood, and contemporary silver. Every feline frame ensemble comes with 2
free artwork panels of your choice.
And free shipping.
Yeah, and it's a big box. If you've ever seen the unboxing here on Instagram from Your Everyday House Cat, I mean, the box is really big.
It's big.
It's not cheap to ship.
No.
So, all right, well,
cool.
we will see you guys next week.
Yep.
We have a very cool special guest joining us next week.
We do.
So stay tuned for that announcement. I have to find out what we're calling it because it's not a creative.
It's called Perfect Partners.
Oh, Perfect Partners.
Perfect Partners.
I was a little tired when we decided what we were. So we have a Perfect Partners. It'll be our first Instagram Live with a perfect partner. Hi, Holly. How are you?
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, I guess
need a tail to the face. Oh, she's so grateful.
See, now you're not yelling at the cat for moving the table, but you yell at this guy.
Yes, because it's constant, and they only understand like tones. We haven't trained them to understand English.
Hello. Oh, I just got a kiss from a cat. Look at that. All right.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Bye.